Matter of fact, they sent me the girl, like, pictures of this girl, like, not the jaw saw. Worse, way worse.
What you gonna say to him, Phil?
Puffy was playing with your Miami. You know it was in Miami. Yo, look, that's what James Cruz used to say all the time. Miami. He's like, Miami. I'm like, what's the matter? What you talking about, Miami? What happened in Miami?
Play the audio. Man, I miss him 50. He good, man. Yeah, he gonna get really worse with it still. Yeah, he gonna, we just been.
You won't believe what's going on in the Diddy and Cassie saga. The plot has thickened, and it's taking a darker turn. Recently, some shocking pictures surfaced showing Cassie with a seriously messed up face. Rumor has it that this damage occurred back in 2014 when Diddy allegedly got physical with her. But hold on, that's not all. There's more to this twisted tale because audio leaked with 50 Cent claiming that someone sent him some pretty graphic photos of Cassie. Word on the street is that these pictures were taken during one of those intimate encounters that Diddy supposedly forced her into. Now, Diddy might have settled his legal issues with Cassie, but don't be fooled into thinking it's over. Cassie has opened up a can of worms, and people are finally speaking out about all the messed up things they've witnessed Diddy do to women. The big question now is, what exactly was in those photos that 50 Cent got his hands on? Does it prove that Diddy was pimping Cassie out? Hold on to your hats because this is just the beginning. It seems like there's a whole lot more to unravel in this web of secrets. Something crazy is definitely going on, and the truth is slowly emerging.
Fluffy do some like a little fluffy stuff.
Now you guys,
like he said something to me one time, a long time ago. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Now let's dive into the 50 Cent perspective on this whole Diddy drama in the music industry. 50 Cent has been the Lone Ranger, constantly calling out Diddy for his peculiar behavior. It's noteworthy that while Diddy seems to have other guys in the industry tiptoeing around mentioning his name, these same men are quick to question why Cassie took years to expose him. It's like Diddy has this aura of intimidation that keeps people silent. The plot thickens when you consider Diddy's seemingly deep connections with individuals even more powerful than himself. This raises eyebrows because it's the only logical explanation for why he's never faced a serious investigation, despite numerous serious allegations. It appears that everyone in the industry was aware of Diddy's questionable activities, yet they chose to make jokes rather than confront the harsh reality of what was happening with Diddy allegedly mistreating and manipulating women. Sure, 50 Cent has been known to troll Diddy for his perceived secretive lifestyle, but when he caught wind of what Diddy was allegedly doing to Cassie, he stepped up to do the right thing and tried to expose the truth. As you might already know, Cassie took legal action against Diddy, filing a lawsuit in federal court detailing years of DV and SA accusations. Interestingly, Diddy swiftly settled the lawsuit. However, this abrupt resolution raised eyebrows, making him appear even more culpable. Instead of attempting to clear his name as vehemently stated by his lawyer, Diddy's decision to settle within 24 hours of Cassie's filing the lawsuit raised suspicions. Initially accusing Cassie of attempting to blackmail him with a $30 million demand under the threat of writing a damaging book about their relationship, Diddy's subsequent settlement contradicted his defense, leaving many to question the true nature of the allegations. The quick about-face in response to Cassie's legal actions only adds more intrigue to an already convoluted and unsettling situation. Now here's where it gets even more intense. Some voices in the grapevine are suggesting that Diddy's swift settlement with Cassie might have been a strategic move to sidestep the discovery phase of the trial. For context, it's worth noting that Bill Cosby's legal saga also commenced with civil lawsuits before evolving into criminal charges. Diddy settling with Cassie doesn't necessarily guarantee immunity from potential criminal charges, especially now that evidence is surfacing regarding Diddy's alleged involvement in organizing unconventional activities with Cassie. Cassie's lawsuit paints a disturbing picture of how Diddy supposedly coerced her into participating in what he termed freak-off with a group of male workers he had hired for this explicit purpose. According to Cassie, Diddy would intoxicate her before these encounters, rendering her unable to provide genuine consent. In her legal filing, there's an entire chapter dedicated to this unsettling ordeal, aptly titled, Mr. Combs Forces Ms. Ventura into a Situation. Now, I don't want to say the word, but I hope you catch my drift. Without explicitly stating the details, the lawsuit describes how, while in New York City, Diddy expressed his desire to engage in a fantasy labeled voyeurism, expressing that it would gratify him to witness Cassie with another individual. According to her, Diddy informed them that everyone involved would need to wear masquerade masks and consume substances. Allegedly, Diddy directed Cassie to engage in intimate acts with another man while he observed, providing explicit instructions and gratifying himself. As time passed, Diddy's demands escalated to weekly freak-offs, typically hosted in hotel suites. Cassie even disclosed the specific hotels where these encounters transpired. One notable incident around 2013 involved an encounter at the Intercontinental in New York City, resulting in tens of thousands of dollars in damages charged by the hotel. The lawsuit details how Diddy allegedly coerced Cassie into using websites and escort services to recruit male participants for these encounters. Shockingly, she claims Diddy instructed her to search for individuals with specific attributes on these websites. Cassie further recounts being obligated to dress in lingerie for these encounters, with Diddy insisting she wear white nail polish to contrast with the skin of the black men he hired. The disturbing narrative continues with Diddy allegedly treating these encounters as if they were movie shoots. He purportedly directed Cassie and the male participants on what to do and how to interact. Cassie asserts that Diddy used his phone, laptop, and tablet to record these encounters, framing them like a personal art project. The lawsuit describes the encounters as forced, with Diddy manipulating lighting conditions and positioning candles for optimal video framing. Perhaps most chilling is Cassie's claim that when she attempted to resist and communicated her unwillingness to continue participating in these activities, Diddy would allegedly threaten her with the footage he had recorded during previous encounters. In the lawsuit, it talks about a really upsetting situation where Diddy did something very controlling. Imagine being on a plane and Diddy makes Cassie watch a video she thought she had deleted. This made Cassie feel like she couldn't escape and that Diddy had a lot of power over her. These incidents would sometimes get aggressive when Cassie tries to say no. She tells a story in the lawsuit about times when Diddy, called Mr. Combs, got really drunk and hit her in front of other guys. Cassie also explains in the lawsuit how she would get very anxious before these planned encounters, even feeling so sick that she would throw up. In some really troubling moments, Diddy would allegedly shame her into doing things while she was sick, and despite her saying no, he would insist on these forced situations, treating them like they were part of her job. What makes this even more serious is that, according to the law, what Diddy is accused of doing is a big crime. We hope that the authorities take this seriously and start an official investigation. Just because Diddy settled with Cassie doesn't mean the police won't get involved, especially now that there's evidence suggesting Diddy might have shared videos of these forced situations. In a surprising twist, it seems like 50 Cent got his hands on some of these videos a while back. In a recently found recording of 50 Cent on a radio show, he talks about getting really disturbing footage of Cassie when he tried to warn Diddy about it. Diddy didn't seem surprised, which is kind of shocking. This shows how serious and alarming the situation is, especially when you hear 50 Cent sounding very concerned and serious about it.
Matter of fact, they sent me the girl. It's like this girl, like not the job saw. Worse, way worse. And I didn't even. I called the say, yo, you want this girl? Like you really you like her like that? And he was like, yeah, that's my girl. I'm like, all right. I'm going to send you something.
People are beginning to share some speculative theories about Diddy's actions with Cassie. There's a growing belief that Diddy might not have been solely doing these filmed encounters for personal reasons, but could have been creating them for other influential figures in Hollywood, suggesting some kind of disturbing rituals. The way it's described in the lawsuit, with Diddy directing and filming on multiple devices, adjusting candles, and even wearing masks during these encounters, sounds like something out of a dark cult ritual. Some observers point out the level of detail in how Diddy orchestrated these events, raising suspicions about them being more than just personal activities. There's a growing concern that he might have been documenting these encounters to share with other wealthy and influential individuals. Others express unease about the disturbing nature of these revelations, noting 50 Cent's reluctance to associate with Diddy, suggesting that the situation is becoming increasingly unsettling. The term twisted is taking on a whole new meaning in the context of Diddy's alleged actions. People are wondering how many others in the industry might be aware of what happened to Cassie. The significant question now is whether these developments will eventually lead to criminal charges against Diddy. What do you think about this? Drop a comment down below and stay tuned for more updates. Don't forget to catch our next video for some juicy celebrity drama you didn't even know you wanted. Thanks.